Hi, Colin here, and welcome to today's sales topic. Today's topic is a little more advanced, so if you are new to sales, please stick around because you're going to get some good advice and some good sales tips. If you are experienced in sales, then today's subject is particularly good if you work in the sales industry where there is a structured sales process. That means there's certain sales steps that you pass through before you actually ask your potential prospects to purchase. It's also extremely good if you work in the sales industry where you have a huge range of products or services that you can actually promote. So, to those newbies, what is a driving client? Well, in sales, we meet a huge range of different personalities when it comes to potential purchasing clients. Some of our clients may be really easy to get on with. Some of them may be a little bit nervous. They may be a little bit apprehensive. Or some of them are what we call driving clients. Now, driving clients are those clients which do not wish to go through the sales process at all. They don't want to follow the steps that you're trying to take them through. They just want to know the price and they want to leave. So the first question is, why are driving clients, or why do they appear so abrupt? The answer is, we don't know. They could have had a really bad sales experience with a previous salesperson. They may have purchased something that didn't live up to expectation. They may fear they can't afford it and they're just a little bit embarrassed and it's a bit of a protection war. Or it could be any of a number of reasons. But the first thing we need to do is relax them. We need to let them know that they can have confidence in us and they can actually trust us. We have a great sales skill called A, B, and C. This is not always be closing. So if you are experienced in sales, it's not that. This A, B, and C is particularly great for driving clients because our objective is not only to relax these potential clients, but it's also to open a dialogue with them. It's to get them speaking, because when they're speaking freely with us, they are no longer driving clients. So let's go through A, B, and C and let's see how it actually works. A stands for attract attention, B stands for benefits, and C stands for credentials. So let's go through A first. Let's just say a potential client has turned around and said, I'm not really interested in hearing all of this, okay? If you can just give me the price, that'd be fantastic. Once you've actually heard that, the first thing we should do is attract their attention. Attracting their attention is very simple. It's not screaming at them, it's not waving a flag or anything like that. It's actually grabbing their attention. That's probably a better way to put it, because we should actually agree with them. We should actually be on side with them, be empathic with them and say, I completely hear what you're saying. That's absolutely fine. And I promise you, I will go through this as quick as I possibly can. I'm going to share a couple of things with you. It's not for everyone. You might not like it. It's fine to say no. And one thing I promise you, we will part as friends. This will have attracted their attention because we don't want to hit them head on and ask them why they're appearing a little abrupt. That's just adding wood to the fire. What we need to do is we need to soften it a little bit. Now, with A, what you've just done is you've just said, it's fine to say no, and we're going to part as friends. That will register and that will relax them a little bit. The second thing we need to do is B, which is benefits. Now, the benefits are not the benefits of the product or service. It's the benefits that they will have through allowing us to go through our sales process. So it's what's in it for them to hear our particular sales presentation. So from A, it's translucent, it goes straight into B. Okay, so you can say something like, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm here to make sure you buy the right thing at the right price, should you be interested. And for me to do this, I just need to ask you just a few questions so I know exactly what you need, exactly what your challenges are, and I will show you exactly what we have, which could be the perfect solution for them. So what you've just done with B is you've just mentioned, you're not there to sell them anything. You're here to help them because you want to ensure they buy the right thing. You've actually, in essence, asked their permission without saying so that you're going to ask them a few questions to find out their challenges, to find out what they actually are facing at this moment in time. And you want to match that with a product or a service that you particularly have. So they're buying the right thing, meaning they're not going to be disappointed should they go ahead and purchase with you. They're going to be happy. This will also have an impact on them, which will follow up from the A, attract attention. Then we go into C. Now remember, it goes A to B to C. It flows, okay? C is credentials. C is you actually saying why you are the person they should be with. You are going to tell them about your experience. You're going to mention about your expertise within this particular field, your product knowledge, something that is only a few seconds long. You don't need to go into a 2 or 3 minute spiel. It's just a few seconds. What you're trying to do is build on A and build on B and give them the reasons why they should be really pleased that they're with you, because you are not only going to help them and listen to them and understand them, but you are going to make sure that should they purchase, they are going to purchase the item or the service which is correct for them and at the right price. So if you do A, B, and C, what you've actually done is you've not only had an impact on them where this person's completely professional, it's fine to say no, they're going to ask me a few questions to find out my challenges, to see if there's a solution. And what you've done is taken the pressure off them completely and utterly, because you've actually given them a back door. Now, when people have a back door, they'll think, did he or she just say it's fine to say no? When you actually have that registered and they're thinking this, then they are going to give you some space because there is no pressure. So once you've done A, B, and C, make sure you do a little quick close with it. So you can say, is this okay with you? They are going to say yes. If they don't say yes and they say, well, if you can just give us an idea of the prices, then go ahead and do that. Because if you don't give them a figure, then that is going to keep registering in their head. And they're not going to listen to you intently while they're thinking, this is going to be too expensive, this is going to be too expensive. They're not going to get your full concentration. They're not going to get your full engagement. So don't give them a specific price. Give them a range. Say, look, I'm quite happy to share some prices with you, but I don't know what it is that you need at this moment in time. So that is why I just wanted to ask you a few questions. However, the price range is from this to this, and give them two figures. And you can say, look, I'm not saying it's going to be the cheapest, and I'm not going to say it's the most expensive. This is what I want to find out. It's my job to make sure that you, if you wanted to purchase, you buy the right thing at the right price. This is why I just wanted to have just a few questions or a few moments of your time so I can go through it with you. This now should have set you up where you are allowed to go in slowly to your sales presentation or to promote your product or your service. The main thing here is not to go to too many closed questions too quickly. Get them talking, get open questions in there. And for those of you who don't know, okay, a closed question is where a client can only say yes or no. Open questions cannot be answered with a yes or a no. They are those questions that must be elaborated on. For example, you could start sentences with who, what, where, when, and why. Okay, these sorts of questions must make people elaborate. And active listening is crucial when dealing with a driving client. Never, ever interrupt a driving client. Never overtalk them, and never butt in and think you know what they're going to say. Keep quiet, keep engaged, keep an eye on your body language as well. Don't hide your hands, keep an open posture and let them talk. What we have to do with the driving client is coach them into talking, because when they start talking and they can see we're listening, when they can see we're actually understanding and appreciating what they're saying, then that's going to give them confidence and trust, not only in us as a person, but along the line to the product or the service that we're going to recommend. Because the first sale that is made is us. It's not the product, it's not the service. And with a driving client, this, in my opinion, is the most crucial thing we need to gain before we can even get into our product. So A, B, and C is a fantastic way to give yourself a little bit of space to start the dialogue. It's like a snowflake that goes into a snowball. And once they're talking, lighten up with them. If you're selling a product or a service, just lighten up with them, be their friend. I've had the experience of many, many, many driving clients, and these topics that I share with you are not just my ideas. These are experiences that I have actually taken from other sales professionals on my journey through my sales career, and this is why I'm sharing them with you. The whole point of A, B, and C is to start dialogue. It is to relax your clients so you can actually start a sales presentation of your product or your service. There are more subjects to follow with driving clients, open questions, closed questions, and various other topics, which we will be covering in other videos. If you have enjoyed today's topic, please hit the like button and also hit the subscribe button so you never miss another episode. Once again, thanks for taking the time, and I'll see you next time.